All right, welcome back to the Inhabit Mars channel. Hope everybody's doing good. Tonight, we're going to take a look at a find by Bob Friedman, and he's usually found over here on the Mars X3D Facebook page, and I'll leave a link to that. There's been several good finds lately on this by him, Laszlo, Shabalix, Yuri. We're going to definitely take a look at Bob's tonight. So hang in there and we'll be right back. All right, so before I get into that image, I just want to show you one that Jean Ward just posted today. And in fact, it says on there 6 hours ago. We're going to take a look at that. That right there, and if I can't hover over it, it'll start playing. But I don't know. To me, that looks like a tool. Some sort of shovel or something, and there's stuff all around that area. So I'm going to start working on that one. Probably won't get to it tonight, but tomorrow. But one more thing I wanted to show you is, if I can get to it. Okay, so some of you that have been with me for a while might remember that a few years ago I modeled a lunar buggy, and I can't remember if I ever put a video out on it, but I used it in one of the models we were using, and I was going to just give away the lunar buggy model for free, whoever wanted it, and I'm going to do that again, but this is a lot better model. I've learned new tricks, and plus Blender has some new tools, and so I'm going to go ahead and hide the background just to give you a quick idea of what we're doing so far. I was working on this today during my daughter's schooling. She does schooling online through the K-12. And so when she had live classes, I was just working on this and watching over what she was doing. But one thing that I either didn't know how to use, I don't remember if they probably had this before, but I don't remember this real well, was this mesh tool. And it takes your edges, all your edges. So if you subdivide this, and then you can even unsubdivide once, and it'll actually you can create some nice meshes with this. In the original model, why does it keep doing that? I want it to stay straight. In the original model, I just made a texture with an alpha channel, and the alpha channel was all the holes in it. This time it's an actual mesh that you could, go inside and look out and whatever you wanted to do. It's there, you can see that fender. So it's pretty cool. And then the metal beams for the spokes, I would call them. But this time, yeah, it's an actual, it's a mesh. It's not a texture. All right, so that's one of the main differences. And I'm going to do that with the satellite dish. Let me unhide it. The satellite dish that the rover had also in the original. It was kind of a gold color, and it had these little holes in it. And I'm going to go ahead and do that as a mesh, and you know, it just make it look better. But I've just started on this, and I'm gonna take this one out, hide that. Okay, and then there's the frame and everything. So I'm still working on it. In fact, today I was working on, if I can get it over here, I'd finished up the fenders and a little bit more of the frame and put the box on it. I was working on the suspension. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think to make it work right, if I animate it, I'm going to have to probably rig it. I wanted to do the rigging in UE5, but I may have to rig this to make it work in Blender. That way if people want the Blender files, because if you want this when I get done, it'll be free, of course. It will, you just gotta send me a message. Let me know what format you want it in, FBX, blend files, or whatever format you want it in, and I'll pack it in that format and send it to you. Now, if you get the blend file, the textures will already be there. If it's going to be the FBX, I'll have to go in Unreal and re-add the textures and hope I can do that. I don't really play with Unreal too much, but I can try, you know. But there you go. That's it. So far, and it's got a long ways to go. I got to put the floorboards in. I got to model the lawn chairs as the astronauts called them, because they looked like lawn chairs. I got the handle. I did that today too, so that's modeled, and that bends outward like it would in the actual buggy, because you actually have post that comes up in the middle of this along this frame. But there you go. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Let's get into our model. So let's go back here and then here. And so here. Okay, so this is where I took and cleaned it up a little more. Now you don't really have to do too much cleanup, because with Neville Thompson's GigaPans, he gets them pretty darn clear. I just try to add a little more contrast so we can see some lines like this edge right here. You can tell that this edge, it's curved, obviously, but it's got a piece. This back piece is wider than these. These are extruded inward, and this is like if you laid a, not a paper, but something over to wrap around the curves. Oh yeah, before I say that, what I believe it is, there's another smaller one right here that I believe is the same thing, and only smaller and less fancy. So let me open up this Blender file. There we go. Don't save. Okay. So I'm going to now jump over here. There we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and hide the models for a minute. Well, no, I'll just hide the back one because I want to explain this front one since it's closer and we can see more detail in it. Now, let me get that off of the screen. Okay. So oops, why didn't it go? There we go. Okay, so this is what this thing seems to look like. Now, I believe, and take this with a grain of salt, I'm not telling you what it is. I'll try to say that in every video. I'm telling you what I think it is, and what, you know, others who've looked at it think it is. And, you know, this is kind of what the consensus is, or maybe I'm convinced, I don't know. But this thing seems to have a base on it right here. I believe this is like a TV that is upside down in the regolith. All right, and this thing looks like it would sit this way. Okay, and then it's going to be hard to rotate this right because it's upside down. And then that's the base it would sit on. This would be the screen. And then, how am I going to do this upside down? The controls are reversed. Okay, so then you can see the edge in there. All right. And the back is curved like that. And that's kind of what it looks like. Now, I don't know if it has a screen on it, but I'm guessing it does, and I'll show you why in just a second. Let's put this one back. Control Z. Okay. And then let's bring the other one back. Alt H. Unhide. And then we'll hide you. Now on this one, how can I do this? Let's move you on the y-axis. Oh, shoot. Grab Y. Oh, come on. Grab Y. There we go. Now this one, you can see what does look like a screen. Now, it's a little beat up in some places, eroded, whatever. But look how black this is right here. Now, is it in the shadow? Maybe. Could be. May not be a TV. Could just be some sort of weird. It really does look like a square shape. You can see that right here. Well, more rectangular because it's very thin. And then something extrudes out from the front. And this is kind of what this looks like. So, once again, I don't know if that's a screen. Could just be that that's in the shadow. If you look at the way the shadows are going, it very well just could be it's in the shade. And because you look, it's dark here, it's dark here. So the shadows are going towards you and to the left. All right. But I don't know what those are, but I don't think, once again, they're just rocks. We can always ask NASA. I'm sure they'll tell us how wrong we are and it's just pareidolia. But that just doesn't look natural to me. Either one of those. And then down here, I swear, and I did not model this because you can't see it clear enough. There's no way to tell for sure. But this right here, to me, literally looked like a pair of binoculars. This is round. This dark face right here is round. This one looks like it could be round. It's hard to tell. It's less detailed than the one behind it. But look how this is like a ring that sticks out from this. This is a flat piece that goes all the way across it and is part of this body. And this is the ring right here. I really thought, I almost modeled it. It's just enough. I mean, I could practically tell. But I'm just not 100% sure, you know. If they have technology like TVs, if these really are TVs, then there is a good chance that they probably have the technology for binoculars. And there was a few other things. Is it in this close-up? I think it's in the other one. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But we had some other shapes in here. No, this is the zoomed in because there's that box down here. Let me see. I'll see if I can switch over to it. Which is not the zoomed in. No, that's GIMP. Why do I have it close up twice? Seriously? Yes, I did. Okay. Well, let me get it because now I want to show you. Okay. Where is not the close-up? This one. Okay. So, right here is this box-looking thing you can see it's got like an opening here, and it's got two sides that come down and curve. Then there's another piece that sticks out, and it's a little farther back, and it's curved around. And then you might have the same thing on the other side, but then there's something right here, and it's all dark. I can't tell what it is. It looks like a bread box or something with an extra, I don't know, extra slot in it, I guess. Let me see. It's hard to remember because I was working on so much, and especially I got distracted by that John Ward find with the, well, it looks like tools, and there's more than just what I think is a shovel, but, and the tools are laying on top of rocks. So I'll start working on that, like I say, probably not tonight, but tomorrow. All right. And I forgot to switch over. There we go. Okay. So that bread box is... Oh, I lost it. There it is. Right there. I do that every time I forget to switch OBS over. So here's the big slot. You see this curved edge right here. And then there's something right here. There's this curved edge that matches that one. And then there's this one that's farther back. Don't know what this is. Like I say, I just guessed it was a bread box. And then here's your, what I think are binoculars, but can't tell for sure. There you go. All right. So we're going to work on that one. See if I can get it cleaned up a little more. Jean Ward did a pretty good job of cleaning it up. I'll see if I can just put a little contrast in it, add some color. I don't want to add too much color, but I'll try to make it look, natural because it was in black and white. But we'll see what we can do on that one. So you guys have a great evening, and we'll see you on the next video.